Yo guys, what is up? It is your boy, Frosty R&B, the Frostman himself. How are you all doing today on this Thursday? Last stream, we went through a scavenger hunt looking for those bombs with Komaeda's weird, insane setup with that damn lunatic. And now in today's stream, oh yeah, he was also killed, but victory for us. But unfortunately, since we couldn't buy any more Monokuma merchandise, we took an L. Who cares about Komaeda's though? Monokuma's merchandise is way more important. In today's stream, we're going to be tackling the class trial. So with that being said, let's get started. So yes, guys. These next couple streams are going to be a bit weird with the scheduling because of work. But do not worry. We're still going to finish the game. I want to say after today, 2 more parts of the main game. And then post-game stuff is going to be like 3 streams. It should be like 3 streams extra. So, folks, I have all my setups. Weird, I thought I equipped that last stream. Huh? It's weird. So yeah, this case, I didn't do any reviewing, unfortunately. I was way too tired last night. So unfortunately, you guys are gonna probably see like another 3 to 4 hour stream today, unfortunately, because Class Trial 4 I also did not review, but I feel like that case was way too long anyway, so it is what it is. Let's see what happens though.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Look at Usami.
Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
She looks pissed.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit? Chesto!
That's so random. Like, she's not saying anything.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one?
Where does he get all these Kamehameha?
Will be my final blow.
Oh, she's still standing there
It's
too.
useless.
Please stop. I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
I
He
would.
was killed for trying to reveal the traitor. That traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
Eh?
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Who knows?
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Komaeda. Is he right? Or are they the same person? Or... Alright, let's get this started, guys. Already? The class trial has already started. Holy frickles. Okay, if I remember correctly, they're gonna start us up with the duct tape, right?
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
In what way?
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
That's the contradiction, by the way.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
Oh, I got it.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
Oh my goodness.
I found it by coincidence.
You know, everything happens
There's
with...
no way I'd torture someone.
Everything happens with this guy in a coincidental form. That's kind of insane. He's not the traitor though. At least I don't think he is.
Killer didn't take Nagito. I'm telling
Alright,
you,
so
they
the
were using
contradiction
Nagito's
here
mouth
is actually
because the killer tortured Nagito.
this one right here. Boom. No, that's wrong. Your boy the Frostman still got that rhythm.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
There's like very few ways you could torture someone with nonverbal.
I'm prepared.
Oh, we're already starting a review, eh?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Huh?
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
You activated my trap card. Oh my god, dude, Kazuichi tries too hard during this part of the game, I feel like. Especially in chapter 4, actually. Duct tape, right?
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap.
You activated my trap card.
They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
Okay,
I can't
where's your
back
proof?
down.
Bun mash, bun mash, bun mash. Let's go.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention. This is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito
And?
and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
I don't think so.
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
That doesn't solve anything. It really doesn't. Like, the thing is though,
Pay
when
attention. This is how it went down.
we unmasked him,
The killer got information about the bomb's then, after they killed
this part
him,
right here, this is the contradiction.
allow me
I'll
to
cut
through
through
those
your
words.
words. Like, his mouth was all clean.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
That's right, man.
Cares about the duct tape. We might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors. We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Oh my god, this guy. Are you really in high school, bro?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
His mouth was clean.
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so we wouldn't be able to scream.
That's a good probability, actually.
Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
See if Yuhiko knows.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Can you blame him?
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
After what he put us through?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
Hope lectures? Heck
No,
yes.
they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
Wait, did they destroy all the evidence?
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
I don't think it was.
Can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that?
We all five were there.
When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Most definitely, I agree.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Such a simp, bro.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
The reason for the fire, huh? They're right. We need to clear that up first. Do you guys remember the whole, like, what was, you know, burnt down? It was actually the Monokuma panels. Or it could be
The
the
direct cause of the fire was
oil lights.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
That's actually true.
The killer used some kind of setup.
They did.
He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
That's true.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
Maybe that might be
They
it.
probably just threw the lighter.
No, they didn't throw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
Mm-hmm.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Chiaki's like so clueless.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
No invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
I think this is it,
Or
actually.
perhaps opening the door caused
Or this.
intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
Actually, no. Now that I think about it, Akane had to use force. She had to use a bit of force to open the door. I think that's the
direct cause of
the
oil
agreement
lighter
there.
found at
The killer
Okay, I
used
think I
something
got
to lit
it.
the curtain on fire.
Some kind of
It's really
setup.
not
They
too
used the
bad
oil
so
to
far.
probably just face
I remember
on the
this
shape
case
it
being
can stand up
pretty
to.
hard,
Tipped over,
actually,
it could have
so
ignited-
Some
on my
way?
first
Maybe they
playthrough.
used invisible
There should have been a way to tip it.
Alright, this should be it.
Opening the door caused.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Man, I'm a little fast today. Holy damn, bro. Let's go.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels.
Man, it's pretty windy
A
today.
huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right?
Yeah, and the domino effect.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
And that's where the oil lighter was.
Does that mean anything?
Of course it does.
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create the domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
She gets it.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
Could be.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
But there was one more thing that was added, though, if you guys recall
So
correctly.
the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
There's one more thing to it.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Yes. The killer did one other thing to hide the domino effect was it would be pretty noticeable, the sounds. Like if you guys ever worked at retail, you guys had to set up like those cardboard displays. Those can get pretty loud when they get tipped over, especially in the domino effect. This is MP3 player.
I see! You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
See.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Of course. I'm kind of surprised they're playing this song, actually. It sounds so, I don't know, godly? Question mark? But this is not a JRPG, guys. This is a freaking visual novel. There's no gods in this game.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Yeah, that we had to use a bit of pressure. Open slowly, it's not the problem. And then Akane just like she had to apply force because it wasn't opening. Like something was blocking it, which were those panels, of course. So it's pretty interesting on how that worked. But
So the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
What up, basic? What's good, bro? I'm alright, man. Not looking forward to the weekend as usual because of work, but you know, I'm streaming this best case for you guys on today's stream. But what's good, man? Hopefully you're enjoying Kid Icarus.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
That's what she said.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
That's what she said.
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
That's what she said.
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
Penetration. Friendship penetrates friendship. Oh wait, did I get the other thing backwards? Oh my goodness. Also tired, I feel that, man. I have to get a good night's sleep tonight. Because I start work a little bit early tomorrow. Which, they have me on the floor, so I'm selling those iPhones, man. So the problem that Chiaki is talking about is... The killer couldn't have left.
I see.
There we go.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened.
Like, I want to start playing Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse, but I'm gonna wait until I finish Arise first. Like, there's no point of, like, starting a new game and then I drop in the middle of nowhere and forget where I am. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end game of Tales of Rise, though. Unfortunately, I won't be able to touch it until Sunday night, though. So it is what it is. Yeah, definitely. Always gotta get your rest, man.
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
That's why I don't stream on Mondays anymore. And especially looking at Memorial Weeks, so the last week of May, I might have to change it, actually. I'm probably not gonna stream on that Monday, now that I think about it. That's the one with, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's post-game stuff.
Now that you mention it.
Or, no.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
No, it is post-game stuff. Never mind, man. I thought it was gonna be next stream, for whatever reason.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Oh, I know who she's talking about. Only one person. But if it's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
Suicide! Komaeda killed himself, bro, because he got tired of despair. Despair made a fateful encounter. You know who? You know who did this? Hyoko! Nah, man, I wanted to see if they gave us unique dialogue because I freaking hate that. I freaking hate Hyoko so much. It was Komaeda. He's the one who set this up.
This is my answer. What if it was Nagito?
Suicide.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
And he could be the killer
He
too.
wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
It could look like, though.
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
Careful, everyone. Hyoko Saionji, the 16th student of the Jabberwock Island school trip. She's the ultimate mastermind despair. Watch out for her.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
I mean, Komaeda is smart though.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Ah.
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
So
Yeah, you're right.
there's the contradiction.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Now, how are we gonna bring up that meme whenever I stream V3 in the far, far future? Because I actually don't know who to say about that without actually spoiling V3's gameplay.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
You know what? But here's the thing, though. Fuyuhiko didn't examine the entire upper body, though. Not that I don't blame him, actually. Yes, heat up. Let's go. But yeah, honestly, though, like that meme is never gonna die, but it's freaking funny, though. This one is the burnt rope, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
I know it sounds impossible.
That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Both
tying
arms.
both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
What?
Or if you use your front tail?
Wait, what?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Oh my gosh, did Akane just freaking reference a freaking furry? Oh no, man. I stay away from furries because I don't feel comfortable around them. Okay, so the contradiction is definitely the burnt rope.
Actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously
I don't remember which one it was
Arms
though.
would be
You couldn't do much with the...
Because I didn't review this case. Is it this one?
You use your teeth.
God damn it.
Or if you use your
Come on,
front
Akane, don't
Is that a
talk about
dirty joke?
furries. I don't want to hear about that.
To actually tie
Basics
up your own
really
arms
interested in
and
furries,
legs.
guys. Red alert.
Obviously impossible.
Red alert.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms
Takes
would
me
be
back all the way
impossible.
back in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with that stupid
Impossible if
furry
you were by yourself.
side
How
quest.
about if
It's
you
so
use
weird.
your teeth?
God. Oh my goodness,
Or if you use
Fuyuhiko.
your
Why do you have
Dirty joke.
dirty
Is that a
white
dirty
noise?
joke?
Zigzag or diagonally on your statement? Because I think that is the answer.
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would
You couldn't do much
Alright.
with
It'd be impossible
Influence
if you were by
gauge.
yourself.
Work with me, boy. Oh, it's not this one? It's definitely the, yeah, uh-oh, man.
Crap.
Basic gotta do some reevaluation.
To actually tie
What's
up
up,
your own
Austin and
arms and
Miko?
legs.
What's going on? How's your day
That's
going?
obviously
And let us know, who's your favorite Danganronpa character?
tying just the leg, tying both arms would
You couldn't
I
do
am
much with the
certain
free
it's
arm.
the...
It'd be impossible if you were by
It's
yourself.
definitely the,
How about if you use
burnt
your
rope,
teeth?
because
or if you
how
use your
do you
dirty
tie a
joke?
burnt
Is that a
rope if
dirty
it's already
joke?
burnt, right? You need another rope to, like, tie it as a synergist.
To
Is it?
actually tie up your own arms and...
Yeah, I thought
No,
so.
that's wrong.
I just targeted the wrong statement, because I feel like either way, it would work.
Hold
well.
on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
Kodaka's the one who wrote the series, so if there's anyone that I should blame, it's definitely Kodaka. Man's a legend, but that DR3 anime move only, that's something I don't agree with.
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Was it his left arm? No, his right
The
arm.
rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That's still freaking brutal, though.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
We are gaming,
It
man.
burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that.
Fate's outcome. Let's see what this is.
But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
Because people say it's the best case in the entire series. This is like my second or third playthrough of this game, so this is the game I'm least familiar with from the series. What's going on, Udon? How far did you get into Xenoblade Chronicles 2? There's proof that the burnt rope is on as a trap. What was it? Was it his right sleeve? Right sleeve, right?
I see.
Yep.
Take a close look at his right sleeve.
Guys, there's so much foreshadowing in this game.
Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree?
You know, I didn't actually catch
Burn
that.
like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Oh, you started chapter 3. What was chapter 3 in Xenoblade Chronicles 1? Because I'm more familiar with them separating by arcs. Is it the one with the... Past Colony 9? Is it the Tempura Cave?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Yeah, gimme.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
No, Sonia, don't promote OnlyFans. Hell no, I don't do OnlyFans. I mean, technically, this is not OnlyFans, but this is the pre-age of OnlyFans, guys. Oh, talk about Colony 6. Okay. I think I know where you are now. Oh man, dude, you're gonna really love the game when it starts becoming a mid game, though. That's when I fell in love with the Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
That's definitely wrong.
It is definitely wrong, man. Fuyuhiko's a bro. He agrees with us. You should not pay just to do some touchy-touchy.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
A $20 bill, though. That's a... Actually, now that I think about it, because of freaking inflation, that's actually not bad.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito.
Oh, he's talking about Komaeda. Oh, okay.
I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
No, that's not actually.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Wait, what? Wait, we never paid her, though.
Hold on. There should be a way.
There is a way to do
Then
this.
hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Oh, hell no. That's breaking the Federation, Is it the Federation or Federal Reserve? It's one of those two words. Hell no. The feds are struggling with inflation with interest right now. 10k interest on a $20 bill? Hell no, that's a lot. A way to stab yourself in the right hand using only your right hand. There is a way to do this, guys, and it's not a pleasant way to do this. If you guys remember the what's it called? One of the truth bullets, the Monokuma plushie, and I can show you guys exactly how he did it. So, the Monokuma plushie right here, a lot of people do get stuck. They get stuck on this truth bullet, actually. Because remember, the Monokuma plushie is a life size. Wouldn't pay or would I? I know basic wouldn't pay. I mean, this is Akane we're talking about, so he probably wouldn't. So, right here, the hole was huge, and that's what she said. As if it was stabbed. And look at the opening right there. If you know about anything about knives in general, that is what we would call a, like he stabbed it, but then he placed that back up. So he stabbed it on the knife pointer, right? And then afterwards, he put the knife in like a reserve position. So the blade would be facing upward. So it looks like Monokuma's plushie has like a weird blade sticking out. But this is the one thing for sure. Dude, Monokuma's dead, bro. No, he's
How could
not.
he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Who cares about Komaeda, man? You know what we got from this chapter that's way more dreadful? We can't purchase Monokuma plushies, man. We can't purchase Monokuma merchandise. Who cares about who cares about Komaeda's life? And someone is probably gonna report me for saying that, but this is YouTube streaming, so I don't need to worry about that because Komaeda is really annoying. I'm not gonna lie about that. A bit biased for Akane, so oh no, Basic is really gonna give up $20 USD. I feel
He
that.
threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall.
Dude, this is not Naruto.
Could he stab his hand that way?
No, he didn't stab his hand that way.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow
I think that's it.
and slammed his right hand down on it?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's the word.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used
Oh,
his
no.
left hand.
No, don't give in to
If you're
OnlyFans.
tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
Never
We
give in
don't
to
know if his left
OnlyFans.
hand could even reach his right hand.
Miku, we need the Monokuma plushies. Monokuma plushies are where it's at. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would buy a Monokuma plushie if I had extra money.
Even if Nagito's right hand
Although
was
I
free,
do work, it's
How could he stab his right?
If he
I
threw the knife
prioritize
and
my
let the knife
finances
fall,
first. Sorry,
Did he
Monokuma.
stab
As
his
much as I
hand
like
that
you,
way?
man,
Is he a throwing knife?
I gotta
Maybe
save
he
up.
propped the knife somehow?
This is it. I agree with that. I can't believe Soda said that. Why are you always agreeing with Hajime? Do you have a crush
A
on him or
life-size
something?
Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Dude, Soda became like more of a baby ever since Chapter 4 happened, so... I don't know, guys. He might get better in Chapter 6, but, he started to get a bit more immature. And I don't mean that in a funny way.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
Man, freaking kill the Monokuma plushie. That's demonizing right there.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
Rest in peace, Monokuma
If
plushie.
that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
Like, the rendering of the plushie looks pretty good.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Oh well, we can always rely on Ultra Spare Girls.
I see. So that's the trick.
That's
But
the
for a
only way,
moment,
actually.
I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
That's still brutal, though.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
Does he agree?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
Damn, he's really shocked.
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito.
Wait. Dolls actually... Wait. You're saying plastic dolls, like Barbie and... like all the plushies types, grow hair? That is pretty scary, actually. I think that's why my sister was really scared of Chucky when she was a kid.
If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Oh, and by the way, I should really get back into playing some Miku games. I mean, last one I played was Hatsune Miku Project Diva X, I think. For Vita. It's actually pretty fun.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
That's still brutal, though.
There is a limit to his constitution.
Is it?
If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Oh, Sonia, I think she has experience with this. She definitely has experience with this for sure. Oh my goodness, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm tearing up with tears of joy and laughter. Oh my goodness, this is why I love Sonia. She has like the best lines in this game. Yes, Project Diva. I've played F2 and X. I'm not good at Project Diva, but I do like other rhythm games though. For me, I just keep looking around the screen, and my timing in Hatsune Miku games are actually pretty bad. But I enjoy the song charts though. Look at Soda. He's like saying, "So you're really not you're really not German." All right. I'll stop saying that because of the Fresh Prince joke. Develop card Oh yeah, I get what you mean, Miku. That was me with well, I didn't develop it, but I did get like some really strong numbness when I played Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS. Yeah, when you play handhelds for too long, like your hands become very numb. That's like the major downside of handheld gaming, unfortunately, because of the gripping.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
What? I mean, it doesn't matter if someone's German and they lost their accent, but Soda is imagining stuff. Okay.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For a reason.
Oh my god, he is a friggin' simp. 100% simp, man. Twitch Simps 101 right here. Holy damn, I didn't think he'd be this bad.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out.
He's derailing to the...
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear.
Alright, I gotta focus. I gotta focus instead of remembering Sonia's, like, deep penetration. Like, oh my god. Alright, I know I'm very immature, guys, but trust me, she's the one who said it, not me. Halfway through, a song could help. I feel that. Yeah, Kazuichi's a simp, 100%.
It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand, while your left hand is tied up.
Well, wait, wasn't there a rope?
So you're saying it's impossible?
No, it's not impossible. We had to look at it one more time. Oh, yeah, I love playing rhythm games. I play DDR most of the time, though.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
There is one way.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty. I
Actually,
could never believe that.
the photo. I don't think you can see the rope that's like attached to it, actually, now that I think about it.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone.
I thought she was gonna say silent.
If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
What? She's standing up?
Monomi sassing me.
That's a first.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
So you wish you had the Guitar Hero still. Guitar Hero controller. Still was in good condition, just don't know how to fix it. I can ask my friend on Instagram to see if he can fix it for you. I know he fixes a lot of like controllers, Joy-Con drifting, cleaning up N64 cartridges. I can ask him if you want. I just, because I know he was trying to fix up a controller just the other day. And he's actually pretty good with the repairs too.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Oh my goodness, look at that death stare.
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
What?
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone.
We want to know the reasons.
No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
It's always the Among Us, man. They always bring up that
I
meme.
did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
She's the gamer girl. The ulti gamer.
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together.
6 brains.
That's how. We made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
All together now. This is the My Chronicles chain attack time. I mean, what? It's not a spoiler.
All right, let's do this.
All right, let's get it, guys. Heat up. Let's go. I freaking love this variation so much. I say it every Danganronpa stream. I just freaking love it. No one can spell suspicious. Spelling is tough. Wait, so I'm gonna have to cycle through actually because I didn't pay attention.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
Is the blood on the
When the
left
spear
hand?
stabbed Nagito,
It penetrated him.
his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
True.
But his left hand was also tied up.
His left hand was tied up,
And
yes.
that rules out his left hand.
No, it
If
doesn't.
that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
What?
Or maybe he used his front tail.
Again with the front tail stuff?
I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
Oh my god.
What are you saying?
Oh my
A
goodness.
blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
This proves that Sonya is not a virgin. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. But, I gotta say this though. Why the front tail jokes all of a sudden? I mean, this is like probably the most serious case among the 5 of them so far. But come on, Kane. She really wanted that pillar from last week.
He was only
Since
able
chapter
to move his
4,
left
guys.
His left hand was...
And that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
Soda. It's amazing dialogue. Yes, basic. Very basic dialogue.
Sonia is freaking awesome!
We don't bring up furries though. Okay, so this is contradiction to Kazuichi, right? Guys, I'm not using a guide,
He was only
so
able to move his left hand.
I'm just looking at the screen. My laptop is
His left hand
closed.
was also tied up.
And that rules out his left hand.
Because the only time I had to use a guide... No, that's wrong. The only time I had to use a guide for this playthrough so far is the...
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Is the final dead room, of course. I had to explain it even then. I was still confused by rewatching the VOD. And also the hidden events that we're going to talk about during post-game stream. Other than that, though, that's my laptop. It's closed right now, so I'm using intuition, and you guys are here to laugh at me.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But what was
But there
attached
was
to it?
something off about his left hand.
It was at an angle.
The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange?
Oh, it's too clean.
He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
Wait, you called the front tail the 21st finger? Wait, what happened to fingers 11 through 20?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
The Great
That
Gozu.
settles the description of that bloodstain, but it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
That's too clean.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
Oh, toes. Okay, I didn't think about toes.
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
That is true because in anatomy, in medical terms, we just call like fingers and toes just digitals. So it does make sense.
If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
There's so many dirty jokes I want to make in this stream, but the DR2 cast already made them for me, so I'm just gonna leave it up to them. So what was Komaeda's left hand doing when the blood splattered? It was gripping.
I see!
It was gripping the rope.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand.
Think about it.
That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Like the center of his hands.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Oh my goodness.
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
So many penetration jokes in this stream. Oh my goodness. I love it.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
All he had to do was let go. Dude, she wanted that
Hey, Chiaki,
pillar.
what do you think?
She wanted that pillar since case 4, bro. There's no doubt about it. That's why she kept bringing up the pillar. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely grabbing that front tail. And in the end, he got penetrated. But it's not what you think. It is a lot, man.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
This case is not boring though. Surprisingly, this is actually one of my top 5 cases, despite this game being one of my... it's actually my least favorite entry in the game, but this is actually one of my top 5 cases in the entire series. But yeah, they make the jokes for me. You guys are here to laugh. We're having a great time.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
As long as this is not as entertaining as like Johnny Depp's court trial, excuse me, that's going on. This is not how you present your cases, by the way.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
She says a lot of
Like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear. I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Okay. I'm not gonna say a dirty joke on this one, but you ever notice, like, if you for those who play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, or Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, you would know that Chiaki's been saying a lot of the same sentences from the trilogy. I just realized that. Which section was the spear was he holding on to? Oh shoot. Was he holding on the cord?
I see.
Yeah, the cord.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord.
Besides, spears are heavy. How would you grip it in that position with just one hand? That's actually pretty hard. Like, in terms of like handling it.
There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
There you have it.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
God damn it. Miku's bringing up the freaking anatomy, bringing up shafts. You guys are lucky that I took anatomy, because I would not be getting these references if I did not took anatomy. Freaking, I still remember the female anatomy pretty freaking well. But my main interest is in the cardiac and digestive system. The female anatomy is interesting, but that's only for the ladies though.
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh?
You gotta teach the ladies how to grip.
And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You gotta know how to use it, bro.
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Are you stupid or something? Like, again, you can't grip. I mean, unless you're really buff and you can lift like heavy weights. Spears are still heavy, man. There's a reason why a lot of JRPG playable characters in battle, they have to wield a spear with 2 hands. There's a reason for that. I think in Kirby too.
The clue to solve this mystery resides, right, Chiaki?
Chiaki's like
I
thinking.
am sorry. Of course, this mystery will not be solved that easily.
She's thinking about how the spear was gripped. I mean, it's relevant though. It is relevant. Gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear. They could have worded that a bit different, but okay. We're talking about a lot of anatomy in today's stream. Oh my goodness.
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
They are very heavy and long, yes. And that's what she said too. Oh, I would love to have tea time with Sonia though.
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a very long title.
That's a long plan name.
I agree.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
You're planning ahead.
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
Jesus
How
Christ.
it was positioned.
How was it positioned? I'm telling you guys, like, you can't think 30 with the stream now. Ever since Sonia said, ever since she made that penetration comment, it's really hard not to think 30 now. The state of the spear, not sphere, spear, and the fact that Komaeda was holding the tip of the spear I put those together.
What the
Miku, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate it. Because I am a noob. Oh, we're going logic diving. Okay. This I can deal with. Hangman's Gambit? Hell no. I know there's at least 2 of them in this case. Alright, so Komaeda. I see why people like this series. Oh, basic. I'm telling you, man. This one girl who I used to see a regular basis at the arcade job, who was a regular. She's the one who introduced me to the series. Because I saw her Monokuma keychain, and I thought it was actually looked pretty cool. She introduced me to the series, and now I know why she likes it so much. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I don't have contact with her anymore. So that's the sad part. And no, guys, no, ladies and gentlemen, I would not use the spear penetration joke on her. She's not that type. I've seen. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, Miku. Appreciate it. Where was the spear before? Just before impaled Komaeda? It was above him. There's no doubt about it, because like if you think about it, again, how would he grip it? And the positioning too. But yeah, like when I used to work at the arcade job, there was a girl that was a regular who played both Hatsune Miku and Sound Voltex. I think it was Sound Voltex. I forgot her other game. She would often come in and she would have the Monokuma keychain. I talked to her for a bit because at the time I thought she was actually she had a nice booty. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I noticed that she loved that keychain so much with Monokuma. So I asked her about it. We talked about the series and I added it to my wish list. I didn't buy the series until 2 years later. So 2020 was when I got into the series. Besides the sphere, yada yada. Ceiling Gryler, I think. I didn't actually read the question. So I asked her, I talked about it, and she told me, she showed me, surprisingly, she showed me a picture of Monokuma saying, "You teenagers are so lonely and horny, you have to hump a plastic water bottle." And that's an actual quote from the first game, by the way. So I was like, God damn, dude, this game has a lot of sexual humor, and I freaking love it. And that's how I got into the series, guys. And not only that, my homeboy, Chicken Nuggets, he told me that the series actually has some really good soundtrack. So that's also another reason why I like Danganronpa. The VGM is the main component. What item connects to both the sphere and the ceiling girder? It was the cord, right? It was either the cord or his thingamabobber. Whoops. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles has a really good opening. I freaking love that song. It takes a while for it to build up, but the game itself is really good. Yeah, I also made basic by the Danganronpa 1, by the way.
It's all coming together.
Because the OST is good, man.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up.
Now,
It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Now the question is, which Danganronpa media has the weakest OST? For me, I would definitely say Danganronpa 3, the anime. I'm telling you guys, the anime is very unorganized, but it's still enjoyable because it's it made the series popular with TikTok because they were taking a lot of memes from it.
Perpendicular. In the middle of the air?
It's not impossible, bro.
Nagito did that all by himself. Did he have some sort of ESP?
You don't need
That'd
ESP
be
to do this.
awesome, but he'd probably use the ceiling girder directly above him.
Right, there was blood marks.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder and using that as a support.
But yeah, Xenoblade
He
Chronicles
hoisted
1.
the spear directly above him.
In my personal opinion, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is better than 2. I'm sorry, guys, but I started with 2. I hated those tutorials because they were written by a fanboy. It was a legitimate fanboy from the first game who just assumed that all players have played the first game. But you guys didn't know, the first game was very scarce by the time Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out, so you only had the 3DS, the new 3DS option, and the, what was it? The Wii version. And that time was hard to find, too.
And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
Alright, it's getting cleaner, guys. It's getting cleaner.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling.
That's the only explanation.
So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
But are we certain this is the end?
Serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
Oh my goodness. How do I explain this? We're not done, guys. We're not done. Case is far from over. But are we certain we could rule this as a suicide? What do you guys think?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that.
Or
If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
no, there's more to it. Fujihiko, what's up?
And this is for real? He really committed suicide?
With hope?
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
With hope lectures? Can you blame him?
Not just that. He did all that while he was gripping the spear?
No, I don't think he did that. I don't think he gripped the spear first.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end.
I think he set it up at the very end.
Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Yo, that's freaking
Did
crazy.
he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Jesus.
Did he need to go that far?
This is Komaeda we're talking about, bro.
That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
Because he's a lunatic. Jesus.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake.
Such hope. No despair. Hey, I'm on Team Despair, folks.
By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer.
You know, last game I was on Team Hope. This game I'm on Team Despair. Komaeda's the one that ruined hope for me.
His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he
Damn it
stabbed
all.
himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
I guess he didn't like us.
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
He had that he didn't have a superiority complex. He had a whole complex, bro. Because he saw us nothing but despair figures. Like that's what he kept rambling about. Such hope, such despair will be a stepping stone for hope or something. It's something along those lines. This is Komaeda we're talking about, where I got really annoyed when he stole my closing argument in the last case. But luckily we got to do our closing argument, so I don't remember anything else after that. What Komaeda was talking about. Completely understand. Well, he is a very smart person. I think he might be the... He actually might be the second smartest character in this game. Or might be the first, actually. And that's actually saying something that I will agree with fans. But the dude really loves picking on us, doesn't he?
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
So Komaeda is like a kind of a fan of a series you enjoy and they ruin it for you. Freaking Undertale. Undertale is the one series that comes to my mind with what Basic just mentioned.
Whatever became of that?
Smash Brothers, that's another one.
He's probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
Those are the main two series I could think about right now.
So why did he not just do that in the first place?
Oh, SMT. You know, SMT latest.
If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I like the Persona dancing games.
I bet
This is
the
the fourth
bomb
one,
scare
though.
was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi.
You know, I have not touched Smash in like... How many years has it been? 2 to 3 years now? Late 2020, if I'm not mistaken. I had to dig through my play history on my Switch because I have not touched my Switch since... I want to say 2 to 3 months now. It's in its retail box.
He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
Just not as much as before. I feel that. I feel like P3 fans and P5 fans, you know, for the most part, that. Oh, I'm gonna subcategorize them. Let me reiterate. P3 FES fanboys and P5 toddlers. Okay, I'm gonna call them toddlers because most of them have never played the game before. You know, the switchbackers. They're the ones who kind of ruined the series for the most part. The memes are annoying, sure, but they're not enough. They're not as bad as like being a elitist who's never played the game before. And the FES fanboys it's a whole different topic. But I get what you mean, Basic. I get what you mean.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
I'm scared of Undertale's
Did
fan
he
base
cause
though.
a bomb scare for that reason alone?
Like,
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
I'm kind of surprised Hiko mentions about the grandeur. Because a lot of people get these confused with grandeur and oh, what's it called? Delusions. Not delusions. There's another word for it. The opposite of grandeur. That's still a psychological disorder. I don't know, guys. I've only took Gen Psych. I'm not a psych major, so there you have it.
You are right, I suppose.
Most definitely
Yeah.
Basic.
It appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
Miku brought up a very good point, actually. So, okay. For those who have never attended a Smash tournament those who have never attended a Smash tournament before, or tourney, BO is a huge problem in the Smash community. Trust me, I got out of my shift from hosting a Smash tournament from PAX last year. I swapped to Super Monkey Ball. I don't really care too much about Super Monkey Ball, but I did not want to be near the players of Smash Brothers. Why? Bro, have you ever smelled Smash Brothers BO before? Oh, hell no. Dude, it smells really bad. Like, when I entered my first Smash tournament back in 2018 at PAX, I purposely forfeit my match because I could not stand that stench, dude. Luckily, if you ever enter a Smash tournament that requires like BO hygiene, proper care, then it's fun. But oh my goodness, see, Miku, I believe that because BO is a huge problem with Smash Brothers tournament. You won't get that problem with other fighting games. So it's true, guys. There's a reason why that's a meme.
That should be okay, right?
Don't worry, guys. My BO is good. I smell normal.
What? You're not satisfied yet?
For whatever reason,
No,
dogs are
I
attracted
agree
to
that
me.
Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense.
And let me clarify. What I'm talking about is they come to me and they like me, but they don't have that attraction kind of thing. No, guys, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about dogs like me for whatever reason. Everyone should receive soap, though. Freaking conventions, they need to tighten up the hygiene policy, though.
It's probably just my imagination.
That's also another reason some people get sick, too. I mean, if you guys ever heard about the Conflute thing, there's a reason for that. Oh, no, we're dropping frames, guys. I apologize. We haven't dropped frames for like 2 streams, actually. I was actually kind of surprised. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, League of Legends has also this problem, too. If they're not students. Smash Brothers are the biggest guilty of that one for sure. Mario Kart players are surprisingly very caring over their hygiene, so you don't need to worry about Mario Kart tournaments. It's only Smash that you gotta worry about, which I honestly don't know why. And I think FCG also doesn't consider Smash Brothers as a traditional fighting game, because technically it's different. But I'm not part of FCG, so you guys could go look that up. It's a pretty interesting topic. Why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Oh, by the way, the soap is the traitor.
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
It's too
What
early.
do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
Tell me why the bimbo's guts are always usually accurate, though. Mew, Asahina, and then Akane. she's been right a couple times, but her reasoning for her gut is like a whole different story, though. But yeah, man. Guys, if you ever go to conventions, definitely pack up some BO. And not just for yourself, but also to offer to other people, especially in tournaments, man. There's a reason why the BO scent is not banned. It's a freaking strategy tactic. But that's why I really wish like convention tournaments would push it. Would push the hygiene policy so that it doesn't have that like unfair advantage.
You're right.
That's just my opinion.
It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
What other
Then
fan bases are bad?
It's okay to end it here, huh?
Like legitimately though, what other fan bases are terrible? Like not terrible like in terms of like discussion wise, but like has like a gatekeeping kind of thing. Because Xenoblade Chronicles community, besides one person, yes, I'm talking about one person who unfortunately is like a Kamoshida to the community. Is more analytic and critical, but they're very open though. They're very open to like help people. Just as long as you can stand a couple fanboys with a certain content creator, but that content creator is a cool person.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right?
I haven't met many East fans.
It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Dude, why are we rushing this?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer?
That's a short class
Understood.
trial.
Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold it. Yeah.
Hold on. Why?
Something's bugging us.
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more.
Oh yeah. Fire. I always forget Fire Emblem exists, man. Oh boy. There are two different types of Fire Emblem fans. There's the traditional Fire Emblem fans, and there's the Awakening fanboys. I'll let you guys decide whichever's which for you.
I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
And I'm not an expert at FE, by the way.
Like who the traitor is?
That's like the one series I don't want to dig into.
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Like, don't get me wrong, guys. What's up, MC? How's it going, man? And tell me, what's your favorite Danganronpa character or game? Yeah, gatekeeping exists everywhere. I definitely agree with that. It's just that there's more gatekeeping in certain other fandoms compared to other fandoms, if that makes any sense. So, yeah, Fire Emblem, I don't have as much experience. There is like one person, when I streamed 3 houses that one time, there was one person who kept backstabbing. So that's the only experience I have with that, but it's not too bad. It's just Awakening is the one I tend to avoid. That part of the fandom though.
That's true, but
Because I have a lot of things to say about that game.
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But
Is
I'm
it?
a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Basic. Wait. Just curiosity. Have you played every single Fire Emblem game out there? If so, what's your top 3? And this goes to chat. This goes a question to chat as well. Again, I'm not a Fire Emblem expert. I've only played maybe 3 to 4 games of the series.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
Chiaki.
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death.
I actually like Chiaki more in the anime though.
Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
What you talking about, girl? Oh yeah, I played a bunch. I finished 3 to 4 Fire Emblem games. Let me see. Conquest, Awakening, Shadows of Valentia, Birthright, Path to Radiance. I don't know if I can count Radiant Dawn because I rage quit in the tutorial. Radiant Dawn's a really hard game, even on easy difficulty. The GBA one that has a standalone Fire Emblem title, not Sacred Stones. So I played a bunch of them, but I've only finished 4 of them. Awakening, Shadows of Valentia, Birthright, and Path to Radiance. Those are the only 4 I finished.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Hatsune Miku 2. That's a good game. I mean, Miku games in general though are pretty obscure. Surprisingly, most of the Sega series is pretty obscure besides Sonic. What was the question? A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with? A piece of evidence they couldn't mess with? Is he talking about...
Crap!
No. Worry about something else. Is she talking about the fire grenades? Hatsune Miku is a pretty interesting rhythm game. Although, I will say this right now, if you don't have good peripheral vision, Hatsune Miku could be pretty difficult to get into. And this is coming from someone who loves playing, you know, other rhythm games. And also, Fire Emblem. What's the most popular one that people talk about? Three Houses or... Oh, right. Okay, I know who you are, Miku. Okay, I got you now. I got you. Appreciate it. That you couldn't tamper with. Is it the poison?
Crap!
Oh, it's not the poison. Out of all the questions I get stuck on, it would have to be this one. Survivor knife? No, we already established that. Panels, oil lighter. No, that's not it. This?
Crap!
What is Chiaki worried about? I can't believe it. Of all the things that I get stuck on, it would definitely be this one. Okay. This one?
Crap!
Chiaki's worried about something else. Is she worried about Monokuma merchandise? Because I would be worried about them too. Oh yeah, Pokemon Conquest is a good game. Probably one of the few SRPGs that I can actually tolerate. Along with Project Cross Zone 2. We've already covered most of these. Let's see. Yeah, the Rekman says something else, man. Sonia's... Monokuma's account. Apparently he never revealed that fact. No, I don't think she's talking about that. What is... Does not state the cause of... Oh, it doesn't state the cause of death. Let me review it. Let's see. Multiple wounds. Oh, yeah, you're actually right.
I see.
Thank you, Miku.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Okay, so basic own opinion of FE. The genealogy, despite its gameplay age. Okay, Three Houses is a good for beginners. A lot of people always disagree with Three Houses.
Yeah, that's it.
I never understood why. I feel like Three Houses is the best game to get into the Emblem series, along with Sacred Stones and Awakening. You would only use Awakening as like your starter game to the series and just dump it afterwards.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
In my personal opinion. Like, Fire Emblem's gameplay is not bad. I just get bored of it after a while. Shadows of Valentia was like the only one I feel like really motivated me. Yeah, it's easy. It's most definitely easier than the other two, yes. Birthright was the one that got me a little bit more hooked into the series. Again, if you're not into story, Birthright's a good game. Which I'm very fortunate I'm not. But Fates has like some of the best gameplay in the entire series. Like, a lot of people trash the Fates games for dumb reasons, in my personal opinion. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, Conquest is like one of the hardest games in the series. And... hell no. Right when I mentioned freaking Conquest, you had to give me this garbage? What's suspicious about the Monokuma file? God damn it, dude. I freaking hate... Like, what is this garbage? What the hell is this? Pause. Like, look at this chaotic garbage, bro. I know I complain a lot about Hangman's Gambit, but there's a freaking good reason for this shenanigans. Like, why didn't you... Oh my goodness, this is too much chaos. I'm playing this on normal mode, by the way. This is cause of death, though. At least this is not too bad. D-E. Apparently I cannot spell. I hate Kang's Gambit. I can't imagine this on a harder difficulty, though. Hell no. T-H? Like, look how much life I've already lost, guys. It's crazy. H. H. Yes! Dude, that was brutal. And we have one more, by the way. Oh, no, I do not like this.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
I actually wouldn't have figured that out, actually. Without, like, going back to the Monokuma file reference. Like, it tells you how he got wounded, but it doesn't tell you exactly how he died.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
Was there one other case in V3 where it didn't specify the cause of death? I actually have to think. Referring back to V3, that's a good question. I actually don't remember. So in the JP version, this only have freaking 3 characters to fill. Oh man, I should play the JP version.
But the cause of death is obvious.
But I
is it
don't
not?
know. I don't know kanji though, so.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
You'd never play V3, got
Maybe
you.
it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
V3 is a really long game. It took me 112 hours to 100% that game. It's a great game, but I am not playing V3 right after this. I'll play the demo after this, but not the actual game after this. I'll play V3 in the far future date, though.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
Wait, what?
Here he goes again. I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
Dude, she looked pissed the entire
Even
stream.
during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
So he rigged it.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are
See,
you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
I love how you
You
emphasize
guys were the
again.
ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but
It looks like it.
it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
That's a good
are
question.
you sticking up for him?
Oh, hell no. I hate the dude.
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Like, the dude just annoys me.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
It's all for hope. Oh my god.
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
I mean, it explains it in the freaking manga, by the way.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
It's got a good point.
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice.
What choice do we
I
have?
see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Actually, Monokuma's not wrong about that. If you ever been on Twitter, that is. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great people on Twitter. But there are some that you gotta watch out for. Metric fixations, people, cough, cough. The thing about Monokuma, though, what I really meant to say is, outside of that Twitter joke, a lot of people take friendship for granted. But let's let Monokuma explain.
What friendship? ...
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote?
That would be too short, though.
I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
One chance is all that
Just to be
matters.
safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
We all gotta be anonymous.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
Not anonymous.
We've come
Unanimous.
this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right.
Let's hope so.
That's what I believe.
Aww,
Look at Usami.
splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
She's happy as a teacher.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
Can we drop the whole hope versus despair? That's not the theme of this game, bro. Although, I'm not gonna say any more. You guys have to find out in the 2 streams after this. Because the message of this game is not about hope versus despair. That's part of it, but there's a bigger theme, which I will not spoil, because that would spoil the final chapter. But the main theme of the first game was hope versus despair. This game, I'm gonna call it blank slate. In V3, lies versus truth. And V3's theme is actually very interesting on how they like tackle the situation. Yes, the song.
No, no.
This might be the last time we're gonna listen to this song too. I freaking love this song. So yeah, like what Monokuma's saying about like how friendship, suspecting the malice of like other people, it's just that we don't always agree with others say, right? Like always 100% of the time and whatnot. And if friendships become broken up because of Mario Party and Smash Brothers, or if you just say something like unpopular opinion that a lot of people don't agree with, that's the malice that he's talking about. But there's more to it. I don't want to analyze Monokuma because it's going to take a freaking long time to do it. Because technically Monokuma is a part of a fan favorite who I'm not going to mention in today's stream. Same thing, man. Same thing. Like, I love the song. It's so freaking good, but it doesn't fit Usami, though. Monomi Usami, whatever you guys want to call that little pink rabbit in a diaper. I call her Usami because that's the name that I was first introduced to her. Even though they have different personas. So that's the thing too. This game teaches you some pretty strong like real life messages. There's like socializing and all that jazz. Just don't bring up the penetration comment that often like in this earlier stream. Yeah, you should be okay. Would you like to save your current progress? Ye. Alright, we're resuming, guys.
I'm Monomi. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Running broken record.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome.
I'm on Team Despair, though.
That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation.
Oh, you do that.
That's basically it.
Oh
So
boy.
if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
It was omitted, yes.
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear.
Which was,
It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
like he died from the spear,
Other
but
possibilities.
was it really suicide? That's
If
the better
something
question.
other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand.
You're on
but-
Team Truth. You'll defeat Team
That was
Ideals.
definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
Well, damn, Basic and Miku. You and I are gonna have, we all gonna have some scrum debates from V3 style. Because I got the answers. Team Nothing, that's affiliated with Yoko. And Komaeda, screw Hyoko. She does not deserve to live. Like, again, she deserves her own execution. I freaking hate that girl. Her voice actress is amazing, though.
Cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds.
Like, voice actress did a very good job on voicing her lines, but screw Hyoko's character. I freaking hate her.
Are we finished already?
We just started.
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
We just resumed.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this.
Because friendship penetrates, right? A quote from the first game. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is, no matter what. Alright, I'm gonna have to let this cycle through because I don't know which one they're talking about. I don't know if this is an absorption bullet or if it's like something else. Pieces of blue paper. This might be... It might be this one or an absorption bullet. Let's cycle it.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
Okay.
It's
Bring
not the knife in his right hand, right?
True.
It's not the other wounds, right?
No, it's not.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
I don't think so.
There's no way he burned to death.
He didn't burn to death, I
Was
agree.
the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
This...
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold,
What?
or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Where'd she get all these
Just
ideas?
thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
We gotta agree with Sonia. I think that's what it is. Something about like unforeseen or something.
Let us
Because we did find
not the
poison in
knife,
this
it's not the
refrigerator,
other
which
With all those wounds, maybe he simply
it's
bled
not
to
it's not uncommon that
There's no way he
pharmaceuticals
burned to
would
death.
keep poison in their refrigerators.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be
And no,
seen?
I'm not talking about your local CVS pharmacies, guys. They're fine.
I agree with that.
Because technically, it can go to a gastrous state. So
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility.
poison's deadly, guys.
If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
The silent killers.
It
I'm
is
so
true that
toxic.
Poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
Because Komaeda's toxic, guys. There's a reason why he loves poison, because he's freaking toxic.
I remember when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
For poison use only.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
Again, why would he have it?
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
Also, toxic neurons.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
Wait, you would drink printer ink? Why? Why, Miku? And yes, medicines do have like they don't have toxins, but they have like certain compounds and family groups and stuff, biochemicals and organic chemicals that fight off these toxins. It depends which one you're talking about, though.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
What toxin is this?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
I don't remember if we actually touched the body besides the duct tape. I don't know, man. I would not drink printer ink. You know what I would drink, though? H2O. Kirkland water is very delicious. Come is sponsored by nearby you by Kirkland Signature Purified Water. It's great. Failed sponsorship. No, guys, I'm not really sponsored by them.
That's also a possibility.
But I drink it.
Still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
Again, we don't know the concentration.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
My God, I feel like Miku's trolling us at this point. Lead-based paint. Lead is actually really bad for you, though.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
Oh my goodness, she really wants
You're
it.
totally overvaluing that tail.
She needs to get laid
His
down,
mouth
bro.
was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
He didn't though. Like if you drink, okay, let's assume it's a very high base pH level, because usually most toxins have very high pH level on the base, or they have very low acidic levels of pH levels. If you drink that poison stuff, you would be like in this position, like you would be coughing up because it's attacking your respiratory and your lungs. And also you would have blood choking out of your mouth, right? So you would still have blood on your around your lip area. So this is out of probability.
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible.
Because of the duct tape too.
Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him.
That's true. That is very true. It would probably not have a good taste of that either. Definitely, it would not taste good at all. Then again, people consumed weird things when they were kids. And Sigmund Freud always said there's a thing called oral fixation, which is a pretty weird concept.
Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label.
But it just said it's made for killing. The answer is written on the warning level. Label, not level. Warning level, thanks, yes. Logic dive, yay. At least I could tolerate this minigame. But yeah, like honestly though, drinking stuff like Kool-Aid is very poisonous. Same with like pop. In that female, I'm not doing a female voice text over with a TikTok. TikTok is like one of the interesting platforms though. I'm terrible at voice acting, so I wouldn't count on it. But you know what I'll say though? TikTok is a pretty good platform if you're trying to get into like learn new skills, especially with like cooking and like actual educational hobbies. You just gotta pass through the TikTok girl stuff. What state was the poison in when it affected Komaeda? It was freaking gas. Gastrous state. Come on, guys, this is basic chemistry. Y'all should know this. But yeah, like honestly though, I'll try to make a female voice joke. That's like a dirty joke. I just need a good time in the stream to actually say it, if it ever comes up anyways. But yeah, like honestly though, I'm terrible with voice acting, guys. I tried it in some of these streams. I learned that I'm not good at emphasizing my voice. It sounds too monotone too, so there is that. Oh my goodness. Oh, you gotta twerk. Oh wait, this is the wrong subject. What am I talking about? But yeah, like honestly though, like some of the weirdest things that have happened throughout the week at work. Like apparently there was some like weird, like this weird hobo. I'm assuming he's a hobo because he's at the store every freaking day, where he just like serves the nib, which is not a big problem because he's not causing any problems with like the public. No public disturbance. You know what he was watching just the other day? I'm trying not. Let's see. How did the poison enter through Komaeda's body? It went through his nose. Wait, did it? Duct tape was under his. Yeah, because it's respiratory. It's attacking his lungs and alveoli cells. Alveoli cells. Excuse me. Let's see. So yeah, what he was watching was the Johnny Depp case which was very awkward. That's how I know about the situation, because a freaking customer like watched it in store. Oh, it's only 2 parts, really?
It's all coming together.
I thought there was gonna be one more. Okay, I'll take it.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Common transmission, airborne.
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enhanced liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Ew,
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Wait, is this an aldehyde poison? Aldehyde or ketone? It's one of those two functional groups. Because technically, aldehydes do have a high base in pH level. And I'm no pharmacist or anything. I never took pharmacology before, but I did remember my professor talking about on his research that aldehydes have a very strong concentration when it was like vaporized. So if you guys didn't know, it's an alcohol group attached with a double bond of oxygen. So I don't know which aldehyde this would be though. Like it would be like what do you call it? Freaking naming, like propaldehyde, like propyde or something along those lines. Frickles, I always figured about aldehyde and ketone names.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse?
Jeez, freaking Wario from Super Mario just freaking comes in here, just eats garlic and farts in his nose or something.
But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
The reason that we didn't breathe the poison gas, I should be able to explain this, because of the Monokuma merch. Let's see what happens. Oh no, that doesn't make any. Oh, God damn it, Chiok. You ruined a good joke.
Crap!
I just wanted to see what happens if we answer that. So we didn't get affected by it because of the sprinklers.
I see!
Because it was evaporized.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
Look at that. We were too far away.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
We didn't get to read all of it, though. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and it's susceptible to hydrolysis, aka a reaction. Which again, you guys are learning basic chemistry from the chemist, so there's that, guys.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers.
She got it because of the freaking electrons be moving out of the molecule. Although it would be more interesting to talk on mesocarbons and all that jazz, but we're not at advanced level yet.
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
You don't
But
say.
Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
You just need a few sniffs.
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Are we certain?
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poison.
Jesus.
The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
Wait, what?
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what?
What do you mean, so what?
In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
I'll let it continue playing.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
But what if someone threw something at him that he was that he breathed in the poison? I will talk about this later.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
We're not done.
Well, but
What? There's still more?
Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Komaeda's motive is still unclear. He just didn't like us. Was that really his motive? Is that okay? Okay, I tried to do it.
What happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
I don't know. Alright, I promise you guys, I won't do that girly voice anymore. It sounds very cringy, I know.
There might have been an accomplice.
Eh.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Oh goodness, Jesus.
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Komaeda really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing must have left behind the meat on the bone! Oh my god, Kane really wants that meat. And that penetration. And that front tail. Alright, that was the dialogue I wanted to get. It would have left the container behind.
I see.
Come on guys, I get serious.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
Good point.
You can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
This is very highly potent. Secure by cooling in a cool place in a glass or a plastic container away from sunlight. You love meat on the bones?
Container probably melted in the fire.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I kind of want honey barbecue wings. I'm probably gonna end up getting that for tomorrow's lunch or tomorrow's dinner because I start work a little bit later on Saturday. Thank God, by the way. Freaking Danganronpa making me want some some buffalo wings. I mean, some wings in general. Honey barbecue. Oh my God, it's the best. And this is coming from the guy who loves spicy stuff, but habanero mango is a really good one too if you're really into spices. Your mom eats the bones. Oh my gosh, she really wants the bones, right? There are people who really eat every chunk of meat on chicken bones and wings and stuff. Let me know, what's you guys' favorite wing topping or wing seasoning or condiment? What do you guys want to call it? For me, although I really love spicy foods, honey barbecue is always number one for me. I just love it.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
Although wings don't fill me up.
Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
I don't think so.
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice. That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just too...
But we were all there.
Does that really matter all that much?
It does.
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
Okay. So Soda, here's the thing though. If the accomplice threw the grenade or the container or whatever to Komaeda to where he inhaled the poison, that accomplice would be the black guy. I'll explain why that is in a bit. Very concerned for her well-being. Because who the F would ever eat bones? Would eat the bones willingly? There are some people who do it though. Every single chunk of meat accounts to them apparently. For me, I just eat most of it. If I can't finish the entire thing, I'll just move on to the next wing.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Friggin' sports bar, they serve it too small size.
Right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
I'm so totally quick.
Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
Soda, you just have to accept it. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I I also feel that same way. That's why I just want to rule this as Komaeda's suicide. The dude is a freaking lunatic, though. Can you? When I first played this game, I really thought he committed suicide. But
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us.
he's probably laughing at us right now.
By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
Oh no, not this again.
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
No, dude. Komaeda as Ghost is playing Shin Megami Tensei 4. That's what he's doing right now.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Is that a Naruto reference?
Shut up! You just be quiet.
Oh, my
I get
goodness.
what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Come on, Kazuichi, use your brain.
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Yes.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
Reach out to the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing.
It's a risk, though.
And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Oh, snap, she got it. She got it. This is why bimbos stay longer, guys. Because they know. Their instinct is pretty good. Might be the new clue. From there, I might be able to reach the answer. Is this another Hangman's Gambit? Oh, hell no. Hell no. No, 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 no. Shoot, what is the word? What kind of grenade? It's fire, it's fire. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so we're looking to spell fire, guys, because freaking Hangman's Gambit really does not like taking breaks, eh? This one seems to be less chaotic, though, compared to the one that we had to deal with before. Oh my goodness. R-E-G. I'm a G. Now the better question is, how do I spell grenade? Oh, okay. I call that a very cheap. What do you call it? A very cheap screen crunching thingamabobber. Because screw that noise. Yeah, they have the same voice actors. Yes, I'm very well aware of that, man. You know how to call me from Persona 4 is a freaking amazing character, by the way. This is a freaking Chad. Grenade. Friggin', do I not know how to... I cannot spell words today because of the, Hangman's Gambit is apparently freaking kicking my butt, apparently. Is it an R? Yeah, I thought so. And then it... E, it's an E, it's an E, not a D, it's an E. Or A. Yeah. And then we need an N. N, A, D, E. There we go. And I just read Miku's message right there. I can't spell, guys. I'm illiterate.
I see. I got it.
Huh?
The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
There we go.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
It would make sense.
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place.
Because we all grabbed a fire grenade.
As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse. It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Exactly. Spelling is hard. Spelling's really difficult.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
I think he just put it in.
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Ah, the lithium.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
The
If
lid.
so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
He did indeed.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Oh, come on, Stamp.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
Sonia's words contain a clue that contains the fire contents. That was swapped. It was the lid.
I can prove
There
it
you
with
go.
this.
We can prove it.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
But that's the lid.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
There's like 3
You
ways to
found
pronounce
the
it.
aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Oh snap, he did Ace
Did
of Technique.
he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right?
Are you stupid?
So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
But Chiaki still has doubts, eh?
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
It's probably one of us. It's one of us.
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
Oh, she's getting serious.
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
One of us drew it.
Probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought, and the moment Komaeda breathed in the poison, were the same? Could the same moment be when we threw all the grenades at him?
I see!
I know, hard to believe, right?
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
So one of us threw it.
Yeah, I think so.
God damn, bro.
When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck?
I know, crazy, right?
You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
We thought he did.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
The person who prepared the poison grenade was... It was Komaeda. It was Usami. Now it was one of us.
Crap!
No, I'm just joking. It was definitely Komaeda.
I see!
Because he planned this far.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
He wanted to find a traitor.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Komaeda. The person who set the fire was Komaeda.
I see!
Easy, right?
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
That's an easy one. It was to make someone throw the purse. No, to make someone throw the person. Oh yeah, definitely. No, it was to make someone throw the poison, guys.
I see!
There's a reason for this.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
Freaking lunatic planning ahead, dude.
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
To get the traitor.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
We don't know.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
Exactly.
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do.
It's crazy, bro.
And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What?
That's Sprite again. Jesus.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
Still crazy, bro. Like
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
he planned so far ahead.
Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then,
He lost his grip.
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Yeah, dude, I agree. Dude, that's Sprite. You know the first time I've noticed that Sprite becoming like a huge meme? It was when it was during a concert with Ibuki's playing. His Sprite, he had that same exact Sprite as saying like it's the worst thing he's ever seen or heard. It's crazy. But yo, dude, this case is really something else, man.
even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
It's crazy, I know.
Was his trap all along?
Yeah, they made my trap card.
Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened.
Mirror Force?
His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
I mean, what'd you think his talent was?
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end.
Monokuma was a good point.
However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair.
Despair is awesome.
Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked
Jeez,
up.
he really didn't
my
like
fault,
this.
because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
We can't take guesses, right?
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
No, he
That's
does.
right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras.
No, he knows.
If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
And tune into V3.
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia, and one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Okay.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you be such a...
Look at this guy.
How can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No,
No, it's too early to give up.
this case is far from
Is
over.
there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
It's Hiyoko.
Really?
It's Hiyoko.
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct.
Alright.
Hajime, please.
Well, this is early. That's right. It doesn't mean the trial's over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Komaeda, which we should be very proud of, by the way. It should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then, I have to do the closing argument. Even if it leads to despair.
Got it. Let's do this then.
Let's do this, guys. Finally, I get my own closing argument with no interruptions. Screw you, Komaeda. I still am salty with that. What was inside the Komaeda's fridge? It was definitely the poison, which we don't have that panel. Right before switching the poison, he did the So by the way, this is a duplicate picture, so we know this is not right. He opened the aluminum lid. Aluminum, aluminium, whatever you guys want to pronounce that word. I think Australians is the only country that pronounces as aluminium, so it is what it is. What was placed inside the breaker room? We don't have that. What was placed behind the Monokuma panel? We don't have the oil lighter. His whole body wasn't tied up. It was not. Tie the, I think it's this one. Yeah, so it's this one. And then how did he supported the spear? We don't have that. Duplicate picture, so we know this is the correct one. I'm gonna go fast forward. The reason why we went to the warehouse was because of his video message. Alright, we'll cycle back through. What was inside Komaeda's fridge? We don't have that panel again. Placed inside the breaker room. Again, we don't have that. What was behind? Yeah, we don't have that either. The oil lighter. How did he support the sphere? It was this. So your boy, the Frostman's good with this. In order to hurt himself, he did the, what do you call it? He had the, what's it called? The thing over. This is a duplicate picture, so we don't need to know about that. Prop something. We don't have that Monokuma plushie, thingamabobber. Where's the, oh, that's another duplicate picture. Okay, that makes sense. Fire grenades happen. It's shattered. Just like that. This is last stock? Stock 3. Okay. So then, okay, we don't have that panel. What was placed inside the breaker room? It was the fire grenades, but we don't have that. I'm assuming that's the last stock. Oil lighter, we don't have that either. Friggin' love this song, guys. Like, no matter how many times we hear this song on Closing Argument, I just love it. V3's is good too, but I listen to that one whenever I'm trying to fall asleep. In order to hurt himself, we don't have that. He propped the knife on top of the Monokuma plushie. That's a guaranteed right there. And in order to hurt himself, oh yeah, he put the duct tape on his face. Stock 4. Wait, what? And then this one, what was behind the Monokuma panel? It was the oil lighter. Oops, I let go of the cord. What was placed inside the breaker room? That's a duplicate picture. Agreed, Basic. I know how much you love the Closing Argument theme from B3. It's a good song, though. That's a duplicate. Oops, I let go the cord. It was, the thingamabobber. Wait, what? It was the, this one right here. Last stock. Let's go. Now we could settle this. What was inside Komaeda's refrigerator? It was the poison. And then what was placed inside the breaker room? It was the fire grenades. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Lawyer Frost taking action.
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon.
Which we never talk about that case ever again. Case 4. Screw that case. Look at Komaeda.
Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base.
Referencing Zero Escape. That was sealed
Nagito
shut.
swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade.
If you guys are wondering, littering was not allowed. It's one of the rules.
With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
Pretty clever, bro.
and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
Excuse me.
The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere.
He's only got one real bomb, though. Look at that.
While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse.
When did Silhouette Man became Shadow Clones, though? Must have picked up some tricks from Naruto.
In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door
Silhouette Man. The
to
ultimate...
the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it.
The ultimate killer.
From
Damn,
there,
the Silhouette
Nagito
Man.
set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord.
Now, you gotta admit, this plan was actually thought out really... very cleverly, actually. Despite how much we hate
Then
Komaeda.
he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope.
Freaking crazy, yeah, but...
However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand.
But clever nonetheless, though.
In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up.
Freaking crazy, man. Still can't believe he went this far, though. Just for hope.
As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand,
How much you want to bet the mastermind between Silhouette Man? The Silhouette Man is a freaking ultimate accomplice. No matter how you put it, he can never be the mastermind, but Silhouette Man is appearing in every freaking manga presentation we've presented so far. So basically, you're onto something, but mastermind, we all know who the mastermind is.
he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear.
It's freaking Hiyoko Saoyonji. She's a freaking ultimate mastermind. No doubt about it. Don't try to convince me otherwise. My desire, my hatred for that girl is very unreal.
But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then he did something no one could have predicted.
It's still crazy how he
First,
did it, though.
he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Well, he could scream, but he just want to be heard. Jeez, dude, that's
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs.
freaking attacking the pain sensors. Jesus.
Finally,
And then slams his hand on
he
the...
propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade.
Bro, that was a good Monokuma plushie. I
He
wanted
didn't
that.
just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured.
Oh, wasting good merchandise, man.
Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin.
All he had to do was wait. Oh no.
Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message.
Come on, stream. Don't give up on me. Komaeda will never win this case. Hell no. He's not going to derail the stream today. As much as how far we've gotten so far.
After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan.
Jesus.
We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect.
Oh boy.
Panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades.
For those who are curious, my CPU usage right now, it's bouncing between 5 to 8%. Just letting you guys know. It's not my computer stuff. It's the freaking Wi-Fi. So, apologize for the pixelation. He
We then
calculated
aimed
this
for
far,
the
man.
fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere.
And with that, he
The
was
poison
finished.
gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was.
Appreciate it, Basic.
Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness.
And he let go. And that's it. Giendo.
Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach.
That is still messed up, though.
This is all the information related to Nagito's plan.
And
His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer.
And here's the Silhouette Man.
At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap.
Because we need to reach out to the truth. We failed to do initiation
In
count.
conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity.
Like the initiation attack for an encounter, wild encounter thing. Jesus Christ, look how many shadow clones there are. Like, got all 6 of us, but one of them, you know, notice how like a Silhouette Man's always like freaking bald too. Doesn't know try. I'd never noticed that actually. Ooh, but look at the mesmerizing eye. Anyways, I think I stalled out a little bit too much. Freaking, we were just at the thingamabob too. Look at that. It's crazy. Komaeda just like smiling at us. He's just like
This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
he was just like looking down at us in that closing argument presentation though. That's crazy.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
She's not sure.
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
No, I think he
said
did.
this to us earlier.
What? Pretty sure everything will work out in the end? Oh my god, I'm not gonna read that. Screw that noise. No, I'm not reading that. All about hope, that freaking hope. It's another hope lecture.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
He believed in Hajime Hinata. What happens if I say that? Oh, I'm actually curious what his answer is. He believed in despair. Come on, Hajime, you're ruining the good jokes. This is why I prefer the first game. Especially with Pam's people. Alright, it's actually its talents.
I see.
Because he's the ulti Luxer, guys.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
And that's what he said. And more than anything, you believe in his luck and all that jazz. Because his luck revolves around, like, leveraging risk.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
He's got a good point.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
I don't want them to remind me of this freaking funhouse garbage again. Hell no. Cause he played Russian roulette, which basic derailed it with Persona 3. But anyways, not the main point though. He's like I said though, he leverages risks. So you guys know the whole saying is, the higher risk is, the more potential rewarding it could be. That's the luck that he does. Naegi's luck from the first game, it just comes and goes. There's really no leverage behind it. It just happens. So you have two different ways on how luck is explained. Although luck just happens. It's an you guys wanted like a mathematician explanation. I guess one can say it's like it's not manipulated, but it's like more like an unexpected data, like a faulty data or something. That's the only thing I can explain to that, because there's always that small percentage that something might happen, but it's not certain. That's why they say I'm 95% confident in statistics rather than I'm 100% certain. Because they say that 95% would recreate this experiment or redo this data model or whatever you want to call it.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
No, it does.
I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
No, it does.
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor in his own luck.
No, he did factor his luck.
No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody.
The
He
traitor.
probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
The traitor.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
It's a 1 in 5 chance, though.
You mean he left his plan?
Or sorry,
to
1 in
luck?
6 chance.
Risked his life for that?
What's the percentage of that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who
Let me look at
is
it.
it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
Not 60%. That's way too high as a probability. He's looking for the traitor.
I see.
Let me look at the probability.
That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
It's 16 point something. I want to find out the exact number though for this killing game though. So it's around 16% of a chance. Cuz you know, okay. If you divide, cuz you all know that 20 times 5 would be 20% or 100%. So it would be 20% if it was 5 people.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
It's crazy. I don't know the exact percentage. It's around 16% though. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Komaeda said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. I mean, the dude, it's hard to listen to him though.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
We are indeed, Akane.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
Or it could be the other
By
way.
finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair.
Or it could be the other way around. There's multiple ways to interpret this result.
That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
But we don't know who to choose the target. So who did it?
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
He probably just laugh. He probably just laugh it
But
off.
they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it. Because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What are you going on
What's
about?
wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime?
It's Yoko.
Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Hyoko.
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Hyoko.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Hyoko.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
It's Hyoko.
Seriously, why?
Come on, Hajime, shut up.
Who do you think is the traitor?
Hyoko's ING. Who else could it be?
Hajime, please.
Select someone. Come on, Hajime. Really? What happens if we pick Soda? I'm actually curious. Like, I'm very, very curious. Oh, it just gives me the same result. Okay. Already major red flags, guys. But she revealed herself. Yep.
It's you?
See.
Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please, hold on.
Aw, you totally guessed right.
She just comes out. Jeez.
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
I know, heartbreaking, eh? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Chiaki. She's a good character, but she's alright.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right?
We have
Surely
one.
you must be joking.
Nope, we have one thing.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked!
She was helping.
After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Yeah, I don't dislike her either.
Please, wait. The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
Damn. He told out
No.
Tricks Rabbit.
I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet.
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Looks
Hey.
like
If you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
misunderstanding question mark.
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
We have
What?
the clues.
What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
Because we're the MC.
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
We gotta do it though.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please...
Let's
Looks
end
like
this.
we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all.
What?
Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl.
She's trying too hard, bro.
I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Like, defending and such?
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I agree with Monokuma on this.
Always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
We gotta do what we gotta do, guys.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Alright, now she's getting chatty. Like, now I'm starting to find her pretty annoying. Freaking Usami. Alright, there's one clue that solves this. I like how they changed the patterns, though. He did speak a fact, yeah. Because it was a really bad coverage. If you already be honest, guys, it was a really terrible coverage.
Let's all get along.
Like, if you're gonna defend someone,
First open and
you gotta do a better job than that, though. Oh, I'm out of stock. Whoops. You know what? I'm gonna go in fever mode because
I won't let you.
I love that unlimited ammo. But yeah, like there was one clue that we have not used at all in the stream that we found during the investigation during last stream. So it's it is the thing.
Hajime, you stupid kid.
Let's finish this off, guys.
Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
Monomi's notebook
This is the end.
to Domita. The endo.
When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
Slip up.
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
Give me that notebook. See, we read these entries last stream. And then
What is this? Is this Monami's...
record keeping
Is
of
the
the
traitor's
adventure.
identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
Because there was a slip up. There was a slip up.
It took me this long. I finally understand.
No, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I just can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
And the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
Back in the last chapter. The topic we discussed in the entry was the final dead room. That was a slip up.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Screw that chapter. Everyone's hungry on the edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room. But the only one who knew that.
Yep. I'll be able to go to that octagon place, right? That's where the exit shall be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit was. Or is. There you have it. There's the major foreshadow, man.
That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. Annoying, fresh on her face. She took her handbook out of her pocket. And without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Looks like I was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
Sonia's account, bro.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either.
But then nobody will be saved.
We're getting close to the end, guys. The only bullet we haven't used is Sonia's account, and there's one more, I believe, after this.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
That's a contradiction, I
There's
think.
no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
I think that's a contradiction,
Unless
right?
you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Don't want to believe it, but I have to move forward.
Chiaki is not the
We contradict Sonia, unfortunately. I hate seeing her like this, though. Like, I really do. But we gotta do what we gotta do, right? No, that's wrong. This is quite the chapter, I agree, man. It's going much smoother,
That's
too.
not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake.
She had contact with Sonia.
Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess.
It's just how it is,
The
man.
reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that!
Alright, guys.
Enough already. Please do not say another word.
Let's do this.
I do not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
Alright, what blade do they want me to use? I think it's Monokuma's account, actually. Because they were talking about... Let me see. What was Monokuma's account again? Let's see. So Monokuma knew all along that the bonds were fake. However, he never revealed that fact to anyone. I think this is the last one you need to use.